We are from Kolkata. My grandmother used to cook very good food. On the day of Mahashtami, a recipe of kosha aloo dum and puri was prepared, which smells is so good that I am unable to forget it till today.
Me Prishika and you are watching Tasting Trails. In today's episode, let's go to Aarti Didi's house and see what she is going to do for us.
I love to cook Ganesh because it is the
The City of Dreams. It has been always said that whoever comes here brings a lot of dreams. And along with the dreams, they also bring a lot of memories which they leave behind their families, their villages, the people around them, their neighbors, their friends, and many more. Because they come here to live their dreams. The journey of food is also related to their dreams because it is said that food goes from the stomach to the heart. Perhaps this is the reason why we refresh the taste of the same food and the same recipe with the memory with our own recipes which belongs to our old days. Today I am going to meet one such Bengali family who is keeping the memory of her grandmother's recipes and she will share it with us. So to cover her sweet memories with tasty recipes, we are actually going to her home and know what is in our plate today. So guys, I came out, but it is raining heavily here. Let's see, because I have to go near here. So I am going to take a sharing rickshaw. So let's go out. And this is the rickshaw stand in front of me. And I have finally got down from the rickshaw and I am about to reach. So finally I have arrived. Let's go inside. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. You come in. Come sit first.
First tell me, how are you?
I am well.
You have specially called us here today, so first of all, I would like to know where is your village?
Actually, we are residents of Kolkata near Dakshineshwar temple.
I would like to know what is your best food memory then?
My best food memory is that actually we used to go to my uncle's place during Ashtami time. Actually, we used to go to before Ashtami, so my grandmother is very good cook. Especially on the occasion of Ashtami, she used to make puri and kosha aloo dum with it.
Okay.
She used to cook so much good food that I can't even explain it in words. We used to go there to pay floral tributes for Ashtami, that is called Pushpanjali. But to come back and taste the recipe, we are so excited. And that I can't even explain it to you in words. Meaning it smells like heaven. It was so good that its mouth started watering only memorizing those days and the taste of that recipe. But yes, the taste of food prepared on Ashtami may not be available to you today.
Yeah, normally it will be not.
Yes, it will be not because Prashad's story is different.
Exactly. Prashad is different matter. It has been many years since you left Kolkata and your grandmother is also no more. So how are you going to remake her memories today?
So I thought that since you're coming, I should make something related to that memory and serve it to you because the memory of Ashtami with my grandmother is the most special memory of mine.
So let's go to the kitchen then.
We have peeled raw potatoes, onion and curry leaves, ginger, garlic and chili paste, tomato paste, and coriander leaves for garnishing. Now I am closing the cooker and will wait for one whistle. So while we have time, let's prepare the dough for our puri. So we are taking 1 cup of wheat flour. We are using a little bit of it and we are going to add 1 cup of refined flour, that is maida. Both of them have to be added in equal amounts.
So you added 1 cup of flour earlier and now this is 1 cup of refined flour, right?
Yes. Now I will mix some celery and black cumin seeds in it, and you can take it in your hand like this and crush it a little. Then whatever extra powder comes out, we will throw it away. And actually, this enhances the taste and also help in digestion too. So we add it. Now we will spread it nicely
On the flour.
and now we will add some salt to it, just a little bit, so that the taste of the puri increases, but it is not too salty. Now we will add a little bit of Ganesh mustard oil, and that's it. It's done.
Okay.
Now mix it well, very well, until it mixes like sticky, and we will not add water to it, so that it becomes crispy and very tasty. And when it is mixed well, add water to it and knead it slowly. See, now it is done. Now it has started sticking to each other.
Okay, show me.
See, it has started sticking to each other. When this starts happening, then understand that your mixture is ready.
Okay, so after this,
Now add water little by little to this flour and mix it well so that a tight dough can be made.
okay, so how much time it will take to prepare? Meaning, I just wanted to ask that it will have to be left for some time or will it be instantly ready?
Oh, it will be ready in 10 minutes. Actually, unless you knead the dough properly, it will not get that crispy texture. What should be there in the puri? And this is my grandmother's recipe.
Recipe.
Yes.
Absolutely. She used to work very hard so that her grandchildren can eat it with pleasure.
This is the reason why you remember the taste till today.
Yes, this is true. My grandmother used to make very good food. Now I will not add any more water to it. I will just wash my hands and knead it well so that the consistency of the dough becomes good and a tight dough is made. And now our dough is ready. Now let it rest for 10 minutes, and now let us check whether our potato is done or not. Oh wow, it's perfectly cooked. I will transfer this potato to a drainer so that it drains all the water, and after draining the water, we are going to cut it.
Okay.
So let's wait for a while so that all the water drains out. Okay, so finally it's done. Let's cut the potatoes. I will not cut them too small. I was just cutting them into 4 pieces, just like big pieces are required for the aloo dum. I have to cut this last potato as well. And now all the potatoes are done.
Oh, great. Now our potatoes are ready. Our spices are already ready. Now we will make kosha aloo dum.
Yes, I have put the pan on the stove. Now we will add mustard oil to it. This is our Ganesh mustard oil. Actually, we have been using this brand since childhood and we have never found this taste in any another brand. Our grandmother also used to use this oil. That is why we order it from Kolkata directly.
Oh, it means you are recalling your childhood memories in the proper way, including the
Yes,
oil.
absolutely. Now we'll add chopped onion and curry leaves in it. And we'll cook it till it become golden brown while stirring it lightly. Yes, this is done. Now we'll add boiled potatoes in it.
Is this 500-gram potato?
No, this is 600-gram potatoes. Now when this potato gets fried, we'll take it out and keep it on the side. Then fry the spices. And we are just cooking it until it become red, crispy. Now see.
Yeah, I can see. Now it has become crispy from the bottom.
Yes, now it has become crispy. But let it cook for a little more time. For 5 minutes? No, for the 2 minutes only. so that it become crispy from the other side too. Then we will take it out. Now let's open it and check whether it is ready or not. This is what I wanted. It is ready.
Is it?
Yes, it is completely ready. Now I am taking out the potatoes in the plate and keeping them aside. After that, we will prepare our masala. I have to keep this in the side. Now we will use a little Ganesh mustard oil, 1 tablespoon. That's it. Now we will add 1 teaspoon of whole cumin seeds. I will add a pinch of asafoetida because adding asafoetida enhances the taste. Then I will add these all ground spices to it. First of all, I will add ginger, garlic and chili paste. Now we will wait for the raw aroma to go away. After that, we will add the rest of the spices to it. See, now it is done. And then I'll add half teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, and now mix it well and cook it well till the oil separates. I am adding a little water to it so that the masala does not stick. Now I am going to add tomato puree to it.
Okay.
Now I have added tomato puree. See, slowly it has started releasing oil. So you can understand that the masala is getting cooked. Let the masala cook for a while and then we will add our potato fry to it. Now I am adding salt to it according to taste.
Do you use only pink salt?
Yes. I only use pink salt. I don't use white salt. Now I have added potatoes. We'll mix it well and let it cook on medium flame for a while so that it tastes good. Just like we cook the masala well, similarly it is important to cook the masala with the potatoes too so that the flavor of the masala get mixed well inside the potatoes. Now we will mix some garam masala powder in it. So tell me, how does it look?
The fragrance is amazing, I'm telling you.
It will be done in just 5 minutes now. I am sprinkling some water into it so that the spices don't get burned and the flavor gets mixed well. From its fragrance, it seems as my grandmother is standing here and making this recipe.
So, this is the fragrance of your grandma's recipe. Wow, perfectly. Very good.
Now it is time to add coriander leaves. But first of all, let's check if it is done or not. Oh wow! It's ready now. There is a very nice smell now. Now we can turn off the gas and add coriander leaves for garnishing, which will enhance the taste as well. So our kosha aloo dum is ready now. We will cover it and keep it aside and start preparing our puri. Okay, for the puri, we will first cut the peras and keep it aside.
Okay. So, are you going to make this in mustard oil?
Oh, absolutely. I am going to make this in mustard oil. Actually, in Bengal, especially in Kolkata, people fry most of the things in mustard oil. I don't know about others, but especially in my family, that is mandatory.
So, while our oil is getting heated, we are preparing the puri.
Yes, of course. We will prepare our puri by then. So, you are a yoga instructor. So, along with yoga, do you allow such a diet to everyone? Yeah, sometime you can eat your favorite food. Actually, once a month is enough. No more than that. Because eating too much oily food is not good for health. But it is also a matter of taste. So, once a month is totally fine.
Very good. Now, all our puris will be prepared like this. I can't wait to taste your uni aloo puri dum,
I have actually made this after many months.
It means you make this only once in a year on Ashtami day remembering your grandmother, right?
Yes, only that time.
And today you have especially made this for me
Absolutely for you.
and for my audience too.
Yes, of course.
Thank you for sharing such wonderful recipe with us and our audience with so much love. Finally, Now we are serving.
Yes, of course. Now you get ready to taste it. I'm serving it. You taste it and tell me how is my grandmother's recipe turned out. And finally, your plate is ready. Here comes kosha aludam with puri. Take it.
So I am very excited to try this dish because this is the first time I'm trying like this something. I am also Bengali, but I have not lived in Kolkata. But she used to live in Kolkata, and this is her grandmother's special recipe. So I'm going to try it now. Let me see how it tastes because the aroma is amazing. Oh wow, this is very tasty. The crispiness that comes in the puri by mixing the flour and the maida is wonderful. And the taste of kosha aludam, it comes with the spices I cannot explain in words. I have tasted such a taste for the first time in my life. And I must say, to taste this kind of recipes and to know more, you should follow our channel and subscribe it and stay connected with us for all the upcoming videos. So today our day was full of festive spirit. I'll meet you in the next video. See you soon in new location with new recipe. Till then, stay tuned. Goodbye. Thank you so much for watching.